Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to play the game once you have gone through the painstakingly process of setting everything up. Now, if you've set up your Wax wallet to get to that point, I personally have had some trouble with it, to get to that point. And the people that I told about this game that got started playing this game, they also had some issues. It seemed to be confusing to some. So if you've gone through that painstaking process and got to this point, congratulations. I believe the hard part is done. Now you need to know how to play the game. There's not a lot of videos that really give you a whole lot of information about that. So hopefully I could be helpful in that department. Once you log in, you're going to be at the home screen. You'll know you're at the home screen because of this shiny icon over here. And it says home. When you look at this scroll in the middle, it's going to be empty. It's going to have a couple of icons, and they're going to both direct you. One of them is going to go to Atomic Hub. The other one, I forgot. I think it directs you to a different shop. But it's basically telling you buy something so you can start playing the game. When you go to Atomic Hub, it's going to look like this. You can search by category: membership, coins, food, animals, farm building, packs, blah, blah, blah. So you'll be able to filter things out or search for it right here. Back to the game. In order to get started, you need two items. Okay, you're going to need something that's going to chop down wood, which is going to be the primary source of income, and a source of funding some things until you are self-sustained. The other thing that you're going to need is an item that's going to get you food, which you can turn into energy so you can continue to play the game. It's a part of the whole self-sustainment process. You need to find a way to balance everything out to where you're not spending money, to where you're just reaping the reward and not having to spend anything. Initially, there will be a part of, uh, a part of your game, like let's say for the first week or so, possibly if you play it just right, where you're probably going to have to pay a little bit out of your pocket. But once you get to a certain point, you're going to start reaping rewards from what you've done, and then that's going to fund the other things that you're going to need. We'll get to that a little bit later on. So again, something to get wood, and then something to get energy. Now, if you're a starter, I definitely recommend, you know, something small. I mean, it depends on your budget. I mean, if you have a high budget, you can get a higher end tool to get you wood and a higher end, fishing system that's going to get you, that food so you can turn into energy. But if you're a starter, you're just trying to get your feet wet or test it out to see if it's something that's worth investing in. I would start out with something small. So, I mean, I would get something like an axe, and if you go to Atomic Hub over here, you can just put X. And there's the Ancient Stone Axe. I think it gives you zero point 0.7 wood every hour. Then there's the regular Stone Axe, which gives you 1.7 wood per hour. And then the next step up would be, and I can show you right here. The next step would be the saw, which would give you 17 per hour. Then the final step, which gives you the most wood, is the chainsaw, which gives you about 54 or 56. One of these numbers. Okay, here, let's take a look. Chainsaw. All right. Yeah, here's the same the chainsaw. This is the top of the line in terms of wood gathering, and obviously it's a little bit expensive, much, 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 much cheaper than what it was, like a month or 2 months ago, but definitely an investment. All right, so those are the tiers of wood gathering. All right, you can start off with just an axe if you want, just to kind of get a feel for the game and see if it's something that you want to invest more in. All right, you can get up to two. All right, so over here, if you look at the game, I have two cards stacked. That's the maximum amount of tools that you can carry to gather wood. All right, same thing with the fishing. I think it's only two. I haven't tried three, but all the stuff that I read, I figured, you know what, I don't want to throw money at something I'm not going to be able to use. But two is what you can. So you can buy one axe and one fishing rod, or two axes and two fishing rods if you want to double up that earning at the lower levels. And the stone axe is I mean, the cheapest, as you can see over here, is 868. If you scroll down way down, you'll start to see stone axes. And I think right now, based on the current prices, it's somewhere around 60, 70-ish per axe. All right? Again, goes back to your budget. The higher the level, the more earnings that you're going to have. All right, so that's for the axes. And the way they work, it's you click mine once per hour. All right, and I'll show you how. You click mine, and there it goes. It says you got 14.86. Now keep in mind that it says 17, it averages to 17. Sometimes you get a little bit less, sometimes you get a little bit more. Now I have a fishing net, which gives me 20 food per hour. So to use this one, again, I go down, click mine, all right, and we got 18 from it. Now I'm gonna swing. Ooh, oh wow, this thing is completely off. I thought I had timed everything to go at the same time. Anyway, so I get this one and I got 5.7. So this one I got a little bit more than the quota than I did with the other ones, but that's what I'm talking about. It evens out. All right, so you mine and then you look up here. This is not going to get affected. You can't mine gold unless you have an excavator. But if you look, my wood has increased by roughly, like around 30 to 34. And I already had this food, but the one I just mined. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I have? I don't think I did. I think this is the one I just mined. Sorry, I'm just kind of like distracted. But I got the food from 20 this, 5 that, so almost 25 right here. Now we want to convert that to energy so we can use it. All right. So you'll click the plus button next to the energy sign right here. We'll come to the screen, and I have 24 pieces and some decimals. You don't want to use the decimals. I'll just round it to the 24. Press it 24 times. And 24, that's going to give me 120 energy. So I mean, it's approximately 5 per. All right, give or take. I'm not going to do any math, but typically it's about 5. Exchange. Boom, that number jumped up. All right, so now we know the tools that we need to get started. You've seen how the mining process of it works. All right, and that's pretty much it in terms of this interface that you're looking at. Now, a quick view on top, just so that you're aware. This is your gold. This is what you need to repair the tools we just used, because if you saw, every time you use it, this number ticks down by this. So like, let's say I have 110. Next time I use it, I'm going to have 105. All right. This one, the saw, durability is 15. So every time I use it, this is going to get knocked down by 15. So the way to repair it is you come here, you click repair, and it consumes gold based on how much you need to repair. If you hover over this and you take a look, it says you need 27 gold to repair. So it's almost halfway through and it needs 27 gold. So like I would say it's about 60 gold to fully bring it back from 0 to 300. Right, over here, it's a little bit halfway, more than halfway done, and I need 108 gold to repair it. But this one is completely different. This one uses less durability and it's a lot longer. So I've been using this for over a day and a fraction, and I still have a good ways to go with it. All right. And that's what you do. You use that gold to keep these tools going so you can keep harvesting wood, which is right here. So whatever you harvest, you look over here, it's going to show you what you have. You come to the food. This one tells you how much food you have. And as I've shown you, you mine from this and from this, or whatever tool that you have. If you have a boat, great, that's even better. If you can afford it, wonderful, definitely go for it. So you can maximize your earnings. Everything is tied together. Anyway, over here, your energy, and we just have gone through on how to use that button and how it relates to these. Now, when you use a saw, you need energy. Okay, when you're using tools that get you wood, you're going to need to use energy. But if you're fishing, there's no energy required. This over here, and the fishing pole, there's no energy over here. All right, so that's how it works. Thank God these don't need energy, because these need energy, and once you get into farming, that needs a whole lot of energy. So energy is super important. Everything is a part of one system, and everything works, along the other, and you have to balance things out. All right, so next item. So we've covered this screen, what these things mean. We've covered that whatever tools you buy, they're going to be stacked over here. I have the saw, you could be having something else. You could be having the axe, you could be having the chainsaw, but that's how they're going to be. They're going to be stacked on top of each other, and you scroll up and down, or just move up and down basically to see what they are and the timer on them, etc. All right. Anyway, we're going to move to the next item over here, which is the chest. Now, when you buy something, before you see it on your home screen, it's going to be right here. And as you can see, these are the items that I have right here. And instead of saying repair, it's going to say where. When you click where, if it's a saw or an axe or whatever, you take, like if it's a harvesting or fishing equipment, you wear it, and then it's going to come to this screen right here. All right. And obviously the icon is going to change from saying where to, you know, remove, and this one will be grayed out because if you haven't used it, you're not gonna need to repair it. So this is your chest. Anything that you buy is going to appear here. Let's say you go to Atomic Hub, you have your wallet connected, you buy something, you don't need to do anything. You just come back to your home screen. It might not pop out immediately. You might need to refresh or just wait for it for a few minutes, but it will show. All right. So that's this screen right here. Smithing. Smithing is super important because, you could save yourself a penny or two from, in comparison with Atomic Hub. It's not going to be anything significant. So it all depends on, if you want to do that internal or just buy it ready and just go to work. But you can smith items. Here's your axe. This one gives you 5, and the durability consumed is 5. Then your next step would be the saw. That gives you 17 with 15 durability and 30 energy. And there's your chainsaw. This is the highest one, which can give you 50 for every hour, but you do have to use more resources to keep it going. Fishing rod, fishing net, and here's your boat. The boat is the top of the line in terms of food gathering. It'll give you 80 per hour, no energy consumed, and obviously it's going to use a little bit more durability than you would with the other items. So you got that. This is the excavator. If you can afford it, this is definitely the way to go, because instead of having to earn these things and others to convert it into gold, or to exchange it into gold, I should say, this thing will do all the work for you and you can save everything else. So if you can afford it, obviously this would be awesome. If you can't, there are other ways to make your system balanced and self-efficient. Axes, stone axe. This is could possibly a good starter axe if you're just trying to feel things out. You know, ancient stone axe doesn't give you a whole lot, so at the current prices, it's not really worth it unless you want to buy it and save it for later and sell it, or something like that. Anyway, now we go to the farming plots and how you can use them. You have your cow shed, which if you buy it, you're going to need to build it, and then you can grow calves, and you can have bulls and cows, dairy cows. So I think you're limited to 2 items on this plot, but they could be very helpful in terms of the rewards that they give you. Then you have your chicken coop. There you can raise chicken. Chickens lay eggs. You can exchange the eggs for rewards, such as gold. Over here, your farm plot for a starter. And I will stress this. If you're a starter, you definitely want to get started with this. That's what I have done. I think it's a great way to go because it's cheaper, but the return in terms of the reward and what you can convert it into is is the way to go, I think. So I would get a farm plot. It's the cheapest, by the way, and you can grow up to 8 items on it between corn and barley, depending if you're trying to, it depends on a whole lot of different factors. I'm not going to get into it in this video. I will in others, but I would go with this one because you'll have, especially in the beginning, you'll have the most return in terms of self-sustainability and in turn reward to your own pocket. All right. You'll have your tickets, bronze and silver. These ones, I haven't used them yet because the prices are too low to use something like this, in my opinion. But what they do is they give you a boost in earnings for a specific period of time. All right. Next is the exchange over here, where, like if you have any money in your Wax wallet or any other items in your Wax wallet that you purchased, you can uh, I'm sorry, withdraw. Thinking about deposit. So withdraw. So if you have something that's earned, if you have 207 gold, you want to get that out, you put 207, it converts it into the token, then you hit withdraw and it goes into your wallet. Okay. So it does that automatically and it does that very quickly. It's very beautiful. Same thing with the other items. You just put the number that you want to withdraw over here from the amounts that you do have, and it converts it into the tokens, and then you take it out, or it takes it out to your wallet, and then you can do whatever you want to do with it. Deposit. Now, if you're running low on resources, especially for the first week, you're going to be making some purchases. What you do is you purchase it on the Alcor exchange. You can go to swap. You'd have some wax in your wallet, and you put how much wax you want to use. And over here, you choose your food, your wood, your gold. You choose the token that you want. Let's say, like, I want to get wood. I'll put, let's say, 20 wax. It'll give me, based on the current prices, it'll give me that much. I'll press swap to wood, wax to wood. It'll go through the process for a couple of seconds. It'll do it. Then you come back to your wallet. You go to rewards, and then you will see it down here. And that's basically how it works with the deposit. Once you do that, you come here. Like, for example, if you look at my wallet, I have 707 wood. You come back here, it's going to reflect how much I have in my wallet on this screen. You'll see 707 wood. You put 707 here, for example, and I can take it out from, or convert it from a token to being in the game and being able to use it, but that's not going to happen. So I put it out because that's some of the earnings. I'm going to keep it out there. Same thing with the other ones. All right, map. So this is important to get familiar with this. I really didn't see any videos that were covering this aspect a whole lot in terms of how it works. I've seen a lot of videos talking about profitability and Excel sheets and what have you, but it really didn't talk much about this. So once you come over here, well, first of all, if you're at the chest, you buy a plot, you come here, you equip it. Okay, from the chest, you equip it, you wear it. I think it's going to say wear. Once you do that, you come to your map, and then you're going to see, excuse me, the farm plot. And look over here. It says 8 of 8. That means I'm using 8 of the 8 plots on this piece of land. And if I click on it, you can see over here that I got 1 corn and 7 barley. It's my first week. I was just testing things out, but moving forward, I'm just going to use corn because it has the most return on this piece of land. And we'll go into that a little bit more. But anyway, so 8 plots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm using all 8 of them. All right. So, and that's what you do. You come here once you plant them. And if you have barley seeds or corn seeds like this, see there it says wear. You wear it. If the plot is empty, it'll occupy it with 1 barley seed. If you have more, then you click wear again, then it'll occupy the second one, third one, fourth one, etc., etc. So that's what this part of the map means. And the way it works is basically you put them on, you equip them, and then every 4 hours you'll be able to, and it's going to say over here, instead of countdown, it's going to say water. You click water, and then it'll withdraw 45 energy for corn and 30 energy for barley. You're going to have to do that a total of 42 times every 4 hours. that would equate to 7 days, 7 full days. Right? Once you do that, then each one is going to give you, I believe, 7.5 uh, corn as a reward or 7.5 barley as a reward. And that you can convert into gold. And that's what I will be doing. This is my first week, and I will have a follow-up video on how that looks like and how it worked and the total numbers and what have you. But this is my plan. Basically, once I get my rewards, I'll convert it to gold so that way I don't have to keep funding the gold to keep repairing the tools, part of the self-sustainability thing. All right, going back to the map, I have already built out a chicken coop, and you can see you can have 3 items. You can have 3 chickens, 2 chickens and 1 egg, 3 eggs, whatever. The eggs become, chicks, the chicks become hens, and, you raise them that way. They consume a lot of energy, but once they become, a fully grown chicken, they'll give you a reward every uh, set amount of time, and we'll cover those things a little bit later on. I haven't set up my cow. Let me click on this one here on the chicken coop. See, when you click it and nothing is equipped, it'll say go to atomic or go to smithy. All right. So these are your 2 options. Once you have it, once you have something equipped, it'll look, like this. Uh, oh, one more note. So once you equip this one, before you can start farming it and using it, you're going to need to build it. So you're going to have a button down here. It's going to say build. You click it, and it's going to use, for this one, it's going to use 200 energy. Every 30 minutes, you can redo it. But every time you use it, it's going to use 200 energy. And then you have to do that 8 times. So it's 200 energy times 8 to get this ready for planting. Okay, same thing with this one. You have to hit the build button, and then you're gonna have to do it 8 times. Every time it's gonna take, for the chicken coop, it's gonna take 250, and it's going to take 30 minutes to run its course before you can click it again. All right, so it is definitely energy consuming. Having taken my time a little bit, I probably would have waited on the chicken coop for a little bit and just kind of build this out and saved my energy, but that's okay. Eventually I'm going to have to use this, and eventually I'm going to have to use that, but that's how they work. So you have the 4 different things over here that you can use, and if you want to go back to the main home screen from this map section, you click on mining, and it brings you back here, and we have discussed this screen. Market. So you come over here, you can buy your barley seed, corn seed, baby calf, and you got your chicken, egg, barley, and corn. Now you click on this one. Okay, it doesn't open up, but it has like an info icon over here. You hover over it, and it'll give you some details about the item. All right, and that's how much it costs. 50 gold, 75. It'll have the price on the bottom. So there is that. Atomic. You click atomic, and it'll take you to the atomic shop, so you can purchase things a little bit more easier. Basically, this is a quick rundown of the game and how it works. Again, the idea is to be self-sustained. It will take you a week or so, I would think. If you play things right and balance the numbers out, you know, in a week you could be self-sustained. Please be on the lookout for my other videos, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a good day.